This video is sponsored by Tokyo Treat. Alright, so we got the 1089 spoilers, and we're returning to Egghead here, finally. I think it's been like over 10 chapters at this point, right? I think it was like 1078 the last time that we were at Egghead. And we're gonna get somewhat of an update, I guess, on what's going on there. But this chapter starts with us seeing people reacting to the news about GARP in the newspaper. So yeah, we just came off of GARP's whole mini arc there at Hachinosu trying to save Kobe, which he successfully did along with the rest of Sword. But he was kind of taken out in the process. And I'm sure that's what we're going to see people reacting to here. His quote-unquote disappearance or implied death. And I'm pretty sure we all think at this point that he's not dead. But this is definitely leading to Luffy reading this in the newspaper, of course. And I doubt he's going to be reading it in this chapter. You know, he's kind of in the middle of all that stuff going on at Egghead. But afterwards, he probably will. His reaction is going to be pretty interesting. Because I'm sure it's going to bolster his hatred for the Blackbeard Pirates, but also for Kuzan. There's news about disasters occurring around the world. So yeah, there's like a lot going on right now congruently in the story, which is really cool. And maybe we'll get little clips of it in panels in this chapter. We get stuff about the disappearance of Lelouja Kingdom. There's a giant hole where Lelouja Kingdom used to be. The sea levels around it are elevated. So that's really interesting. And I'm sure you immediately thought of Enies Lobby when you read that, because that's like one of the only other instances of this occurring in the series. Because for the longest time, we wondered like how that hole in Enies Lobby was made. And I'm pretty sure that this means that the hole in Enies Lobby was made the way that the hole was in Lelouja Kingdom, which in my opinion, it was shot by Uranus. What Imu and the Gorosei refer to as the mother flame or frame, I think that is just a power source that Vegapunk was able to develop to fuel Uranus. And I also think that the world government has had Uranus pretty much the last 800 years. And then the Alliance, you know, like the D's and the Kozukis in them, were able to maintain Pluton or gain it. And that's why it's under Wano currently. But it makes you wonder, like, what was at Enies Lobby? And I'm sure it had something to do with the D's or just the Alliance against the Celestial Dragons. It was like some important spot for them. And then they nuked it with Uranus. Then they built their judicial island, Enies Lobby, on top of it, which I guess is like Imu's ironic joke or show of dominance. And as for the sea levels around it being elevated, I think that could also be hinting to a greater narrative in the story, more so like why the entire world is the way that it is. And of course it goes back to what Imu did during the Void Century, and it could mean that, you know, the sea levels are highly elevated than what they used to be. And we could have also seen it already through Long Ring Longland, like when the tides change on it, and that leads to the Aqua Laguna in Water 7, and also the way that Wano encased itself and was filled with rainwater, and the original being under that rainwater. We return to Egghead, and a lot of vice admirals are coming with Kizuru and Saturn. There's a discussion about how to block all exits from Egghead Island. So yeah, the big boys are here. And when this was originally revealed, I think in 1078, we still didn't know if Saturn and the Gorosei were powerful or not. And since then, I think we can pretty much confirm that they are. The Gorosei are probably some of the strongest characters in the series, actually. And I assume that they have some kind of mythical devil fruits. Saturn probably has like a bull or a bison type fruit based off of his shadow. And there was like that cover page where we saw Luffy squaring off against like a football team, and one of them was a bison and had the same scar in the same location that Saturn does. And I think he's also responsible for the quote-unquote arrow that stabbed Cobra and Sabo. And I know some people think it's coming from Imu, but if you look at the perspective in the panel of where Saturn is and where they're hit, it's coming from Saturn's direction. So I think it's just like his tail from his mythical Zoan bison or bull or whatever he is. And it also means that they know Haki for sure because he stabbed Sabo. So I think we're for sure going to see Saturn transform here, fighting someone, maybe Luffy. And also most of us assume that Saturn has come to the island because the Gorosei have the highest chain of authority over the Seraphim. But first, let's talk about the sponsor of this video, Tokyo Treat. Tokyo Treat is a monthly pop Japanese snack subscription box where you'll get up to 20 of the latest, most exclusive, limited edition, and seasonal flavored Japanese snacks that are only available in Japan for a limited time, like Sakura Pepsi, Japanese sake Kit Kats, ramen, and many more. It also comes with this awesome booklet that gives you information on all of the snacks in the box, as well as information about Japan and its culture. This month's box is Fireworks Flavor Fest. Summer isn't over, and late summer in Japan is all about food, festivals, and fireworks. Dive into this month's box filled with flavorful festival-inspired treats like the salt lemon Kit Kats, salt lemon Pretz, Osanpo cotton candy, and prepare for a surprising twist with the mystery flavored Fanta, a taste that will keep you guessing. So the first thing I tried was the salt lemon Pretz. This is such a unique snack, but it's more salty than anything with a nice lemon finish. This was really good and really different. Next, I tried the mystery flavored Fanta, and I'm gonna be straight up, I have no idea what this is. It kind of tastes like bubble gum, but I don't think it's that easy. You guys are gonna have to try this for yourself. Next, I tried the Papa Bubble Festival candy. This was really good. It was bursting with flavor in every bite. And then last but not least, we have to try the special Kit Kats that we always get with Tokyo Treat. This month, it's the salt lemon. So this isn't like the Pretz at all. This is decadent. Tastes like you're eating lemon ice cream. They never miss with these Kit Kats, guys. They are always truly incredible. So guys, if you're interested in getting your very own Tokyo Treat box, please check out the link in the description and make sure you use my code Zhoniin. That way you'll get $5 off your very first box. Thanks, guys. There's a small flashback with Vegapunk, Sentomaru, and Kizuru. So yeah, there is kind of like history with Kizuru, Sentomaru, and Vegapunk, and it makes me wonder if Kizuru is going to have somewhat of a soft face turn in this arc, possibly. It seems like all of the admirals are having face turns eventually at some point in the series. Even Aki Inu. Like, I think Aki Inu is being set up for one of the biggest face turns ever. At the end of the chapter, York calls the Gorosei and says, "Save me from Luffy." And we see a double page spread of the Straw Hats. So this might be the end of the chapter with the double spread and we're seeing the Straw Hats doing something. I assume we'll find out in the full summary if that's posted. But going back to York calling the Gorosei and saying, "Save me from Luffy," this explains a lot. So first of all, it goes back to the ending sequence where it was revealed that York was the traitor. And York was like, "Hey Stella, you know what? I'm gonna be a celestial dragon." And then eventually was like, "The world only needs one Vegapunk." So yeah, this is her plan to become a celestial dragon, calling the Gorosei, having them come there, and then taking out all of the Vegapunks, which is what they essentially wanted anyway. That's why they sent CP0 there, but also hand them over a Yonko crew. And this also explains where Morgan got his headline from, because back in 1074, he was like, "So our front page is going to be Straw Hat Luffy, Emperor of the Sea, wages all-out war with Navy at Egghead, holding Vegapunk hostage." It's because of the narrative that York spread. And I do think that York is successfully going to get out of this and might potentially kill Vegapunk. I don't know if she's going to become a celestial dragon, but I have a strong feeling that she's going to make it out of here, and she's going to be in control of the Seraphim as well. Like, that's going to be her crew, because at that point she would be the only Vegapunk left, and I think that would be like a cool dynamic. Like, York isn't really that powerful herself, but when she has the team of Seraphim, she's like the equivalent of a Yonko almost. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Let me know what you think about this in the comments, and like I said, gonna be going over the full summary later this week along with the chapter. So if you liked the video, please give it a like and please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.